Ba-ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Look at all that fun stuff in there. Yes, friends, it is my armory in a closet. There we are. Listen, folks, this is my armory in a closet. Again, I thought I'd make a nice backdrop with the kind of effect of the shadowing going on over here to film the intro to a video today. So today I'll be doing some test cutting in my kitchen while sitting down using Asian swords. And here is a quick look at those 3 Asian style swords I mentioned. First up, a straight-bladed, single-edged Korean-style sword. First cut with the Korean sword didn't go so well. I think it's more to technique because I was actually sitting down in my kitchen doing this. You see it cut part of the way through and then ripped, but it's not too bad. The second cut with the Korean sword went much better. It went straight through. It was a little crooked in the cut, but still clean. The straight-bladed katana-like sword you see in my video is now a Korean-style sword. It started life as a inexpensive ninja-type sword. I got the fittings for it off a Tachi-style Japanese sword I bought at a flea market years ago that was just decorative. And but I like the fittings. They have the antiqued brass look, even though I believe it's actually a zinc with copper coating and then the greened antique kind of aged look. I added a groove there on the base of the grip to line up with the edge, because with a straight-bladed single-edged sword you can't really tell which way the edge faces unless you have some reference point. My Suba came out slightly crooked, but it actually matches the angle of my hand where the thumb sits higher than the forefinger. Briefly, I wanted to show the scabbard that came with this inexpensive sword that I modified. You can tell it's made. Now it's time to cut with my friend Kelvin's katana. Katanas cut well, they cut clean, and you gotta respect how good they are at it. This is the katana used in the video. It's owned by a friend of mine named Kelvin. He bought it at the Museum Replicas clearance sale last year. You can see the decorations on the Suba. The suka on it is rather interesting because it's wrapped in what looks like paracord and gives more of a feel like a Chinese sword wrap than a Japanese. It looks like there's same in there, but it's actually, the whole suka is made out of high-impact plastic. The blade itself is pretty decent. I don't know who made it or what type of steel it is, but there's no hamon, and it's spring-tempered like a European sword would be, so it's flexible and fairly durable. The sword did come apart when I got it. You can see, let's see, where's the peg? There's the peg, you can see. It did come apart, but the Suba itself was very loose. It was not well fitted to the blade once I got it disassembled, and it had been held on with some kind of epoxy. So I talked to Kelvin about it, and he decided that he didn't need the sword to come apart at all. So I have epoxied the whole thing together. So it is solid now, and it won't ever come apart. Here's the unusual scabbard that came with the katana. It's covered in a faux leather, kind of a vinyl, and it's actually a metal scabbard with a plastic inner core. So it's kind of heavy and could be used as a very good impact tool. It's very durable, but kind of strange. Now for the weird weapon. It's a Mongol Japanese hybrid sword. The first cut didn't go as well as I'd hoped, but again, I think it's because I was sitting down and swinging in my kitchen. Probably not the best conditions. Just thought that was kind of funny. There's a piece of pool noodle carnage upon the blade there that stuck. There. Here we have the most unusual sword of the bunch. The blade of it is off a sword Windlass made many years ago for their catalog, a single-handed Mangal Sabre, known as an ILD, I-L-D. The wide part of the tip there, at least in British swords, is called a yelman. That may come from Middle Eastern term, I don't know, but it's a wide kind of flare to the tip, and it is sharpened along the back edge. It's about 12 inches of back edge. Has a nice wide fuller down the blade to cut weight. Has a solid blackened Suba. And the grip originally had a Japanese-style wrap on it, but it was kind of mildewy, so I took it off, and I did, with satin rope and nylon twine, a 2-thickness grip. And the nice pommel cap there, I guess, I don't know the name of those, but it has lotus flowers on it. When I did the wrap, you can kind of see there's a little shelf here where the rope kind of goes into itself, and it actually, by accident, but came out really well, that it rests the thumb there. and it lets your thumb kind of get a little grip on the side there, which I really like. I had originally purchased a blade just like this, just the blade itself, at a museum replica sale, and had planned to make a katana-like weapon on it because I kind of had this sort of thing envisioned, but I didn't get around to it, and I'm glad I didn't, because about a year or two after I bought that blade, I found this completed sword at the sale for about $20. Well, Hilson, folks, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll try to put up some more stuff soon, maybe something other than swords, because those seem to get more views, but hey, I got fans that like other stuff too. Love y'all.